Today I'm going to show you how to make a piece of crown molding or cove molding. This is just a simple one. I'm going to match this. I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to do it all on a table saw. It's one of these cases where I have to tell you at this point, don't do this at home. But of course I'm showing you how to do it, so you are going to do it at home. It's a little bit on the dangerous side for one reason. You're making multiple passes where the saw blade is below the surface of the wood, so it's not coming through the wood like you would normally rip a board. And that part's fine, but when you get to the part where you're actually raising the blade up later on and making cuts, if you've been doing this all day running off pieces, you forget that the blade's suddenly coming through the top. So you got to be careful. I've cut myself a couple of times doing just that, the very first cut through the wood, and I forget that the blade's up through. Hopefully I won't do it again, and I'm warning you guys about that. Be careful once the blade comes up through, because it will cut you. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking just any old piece of crap table saw, and I'm doing that because I'm showing you it doesn't take any kind of big fancy equipment to do this. This is just something that a contractor have on his job, homeowner have in his basement or a shop or something. It's a Sears Craftsman nothing saw. So I'm just showing you don't need big bad equipment to do this. Any table saw will do it. So the first thing, I'm going to show you how to match a piece. And what you're doing when you do this, this is a standard rip blade, 10-inch rip blade, carbide. And what you're doing when you do this is you're cutting with just the sides of the teeth. So you can't go deep. You can only go an eighth or so at a time with each pass. So it will take multiple passes to do this. If you don't, you get down in here in the blade, trying to go too deep, it won't work, it won't cut it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this fence. We don't need it. And I'm just going to take another board. I'm going to use that for a fence. What I'm going to do, let me see if I can get this camera where I can show you good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this in here and I'm going to lower the blade until this board lays flat, which is right there. Then you're going to be coming in this at an angle. Go down a little bit more. So what you want to do is you want to lay this so that it's just touching the blade here, and then twist it until it's just touching the blade, which would be on this side, but of course it's back in here. I don't know if I can really show you that, but that's essentially what you're doing. Then you're going to take this board. Remember, you're bringing this in until this touches a tooth here. Then you're going to twist it until it hits on this side. You can feel it'll hit. Then I'm going to take this board and I'm going to lay it on that same plane. Now this is on the same plane as what this is. And I'm going to clamp it down. Now with the board clamped down like this, I'm going to take this other piece of wood, which I'm going to duplicate this on. I'm going to lower this blade so it's just barely coming through. Then you'll see the cove start to cut out as I push this through here. Now you can see it's made of cove. Now, that's the first pass. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this blade up just a little bit. And I'm going to make another pass. You can see it's deeper. Now I'm going to continue doing this until I get that deep like that. And each time it goes down, it goes wider. So I'm just going to continue until I get to where I want to be. A little bit more. As you can see, that cove pretty much matches that other board. Then it's a question of cutting the angles and stuff on the outside, but we got the cove now. Now we'll put the fence back on. Raise the blade up. All right, this is a 45 and this is a 45 on this particular piece. It may not always be that, but it is on this one. So I'm going to set the blade at 45. And I'm going to bring the fence in until that lines up like that. I can take this piece and run it through like this. Then I want to, in this case, I want to flip it over and run it right back through there. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm going to sand this. So this happens to be rough sawn on this side. It doesn't matter. I'm going to sand this. So now what I want to do is I want to rip the board down to this thickness. Starting to rain out here. I'll set it back on a 45 because I know that's a 45 on that. And again, I'll bring this in to here like this. And you can see this line matches up with this line, so I'm going to go on a 45 here. Now you can see that pretty well matches up, but what I got to do is do some sanding now, because this is kind of rounded and this is slightly rounded, and to clean up this cove. It'll only take a minute with a pad sander. As you can see, it pretty well matches it. Wow, that was some serious thunder. As you can see, it pretty much matches this other board. And I would spend a little more time sanding it. But I got to tell you, it's raining like hell out here right now, so I'm going to call this a day. That's matching a piece of cove or a small crown molding. I have a job coming up that I have to match a piece of crown molding. And when I do that job, it'll be in a few weeks. I'll make a video on showing you how to match, because sometimes the bottom of crown molding is more intricate than this right here, and I'll show you how to do that. In the meantime, this will give you something to play with, and who knows, you might have fun doing it. Thanks for watching.